I'm the really damaged.
It's week 16 of the National Football League. And up next is Darius Slay.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads him out.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how did they get a win?
They begin the drive with Williams, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 9 carries, 63 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all observed their lessons.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play, even if they're not starters. Those are the ones that weather the storm.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. To throw is Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 24 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Seahawks at 9-5 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
He's got his tight end fan. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving it another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing now is Murray. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing on second and long. Murray flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Murray now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Being chased, Murray fighting, lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This complete to Lockett. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a good sack to bring up 3rd down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
All start.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Locates Ertz going across the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed. And pretty well executed there. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try to take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't
lost.
work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. It's caught. Lockett. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 4. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This, the 2nd meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 10, Murray. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This time they stay on the ground. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. The Rams seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Noah Brown, a touchdown reception. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up the short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Murray now. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Here we go.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Now back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Tackled by Darrell Taylor. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This will be caught by Brown.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Here's Murray.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So his second field goal here in this third quarter.
The first one tied the game, and this one gets him the lead, but you just have to wonder if field goals are going to be enough. At some point, they've got to conclude these drives with the ball in the end zone.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 8 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he fields it cleanly. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, And we'll step aside for a moment.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard this sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sticking with Walker on second down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The football going back over to Arizona now. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
The option to give to Williams here. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's going to try and do this himself. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Murray now to throw. He's got Mason complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Throwing on first down is Murray. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Now Murray's got to have this one.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Walker with another carry. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.